When Formula One returns to the Chinese Grand Prix at the Shanghai International Circuit, one question will quietly sit in the background of the entire race weekend. Could this track actually play perfectly into the hands of Max Verstappen? On the surface, Shanghai looks like just another modern Formula One circuit, but when you begin to examine the data, the corner profiles, the braking zones and the long straight sections, a very interesting pattern starts to appear. The track layout rewards a particular combination of driver traits, early throttle application, stable front-end rotation, and precise control through long loaded corners. And when you analyze Verstappen's driving style, those characteristics match him almost perfectly. The Shanghai circuit was designed by Hermann Tilke and first hosted Formula One in 2004. The track is 5.451 kilometers long and consists of 16 corners spread across 3 technical sectors. Over a full race distance, drivers complete 56 laps, covering just over 300 kilometers. What makes the circuit unique is the extreme contrast between slow technical corners and very high-speed straight sections. The back straight between turn 13 and turn 14 measures approximately 1.2 kilometers, making it one of the longest full throttle zones on the Formula One calendar. Cars often exceed 340 kilometers per hour before braking for the tight hairpin at turn 14. This combination of long straights and technical corners forces teams to make very difficult setup decisions. Too much downforce and the car becomes slow on the straight. Too little downforce and the car struggles to maintain grip through the long corners. But the most famous feature of the circuit is not the straight, it's the opening corner complex. Turn 1 at Shanghai is not a normal corner at all. Instead, it forms a long, tightening spiral that gradually closes into turn 2. Drivers approach the corner at around 300 kilometers per hour before braking, while simultaneously increasing steering angle. The corner tightens continuously, forcing drivers to balance brake pressure and steering input with incredible precision. If the front tires lose grip, the car drifts wide and ruins the entire sequence. If the driver slows too much, valuable lap time disappears. This corner alone reveals a huge amount about a driver's technique. This is where Verstappen's driving style becomes particularly interesting. One of the defining characteristics of Verstappen's technique is his ability to combine braking and steering earlier than most drivers. Many drivers prefer to brake heavily in a straight line and then begin turning once the majority of the braking is complete. Verstappen often does something slightly different. He begins rotating the car while still carrying a portion of the braking load. Engineers call this technique trail braking. It allows the driver to transfer weight onto the front tires and initiate rotation earlier. At Shanghai's turn 1, this technique can be incredibly valuable because the corner demands exactly that type of control. A driver who can rotate the car earlier can open the steering sooner and begin accelerating toward turn 2 earlier. Over a single lap, the advantage might seem small, but over 56 laps, it becomes significant. Another area where Verstappen could benefit from the Shanghai layout is the exit of turn 13. This corner is deceptively important because it leads directly onto the 1.2 kilometer back straight. Turn 13 is a long, sweeping right-hand corner where drivers gradually increase throttle as the steering angle opens. The key to maximizing speed on the straight is applying throttle as early as possible while maintaining traction. Verstappen has built a reputation for exceptional throttle control. Telemetry comparisons between drivers often show that he begins applying throttle slightly earlier while maintaining stability in the rear of the car. That earlier throttle application increases exit speed, and because the following straight is so long, even a small difference in exit speed can translate into a large difference in top speed. This is basic physics. A car that exits the corner 2 kilometers per hour faster continues accelerating for more than a kilometer of straight track. By the end of that straight, the speed difference may have increased significantly. That extra speed creates overtaking opportunities when approaching turn 14, the circuit's main braking zone. Overtaking statistics from previous races in Shanghai highlight just how important that straight is. In several Chinese Grand Prix races, the total number of overtakes exceeded 100 during the race weekend. The long straight combined with the heavy braking zone creates ideal conditions for slipstreaming and doctus overtakes. Drivers who exit turn 13 often gain massive advantages before the braking zone, but straight-line speed alone does not determine success in Shanghai. Tyre management is another critical factor. The circuit is notorious for placing heavy stress on the front tyres, particularly the front left. The reason lies in the long loaded corners that appear throughout the lap. Turn 1 and Turn 2 already place sustained lateral load on the tyres, but later in the lap drivers encounter several medium-speed corners that continue stressing the front axle. If the front tyres overheat, the car begins to understeer and lap times quickly deteriorate. This is where Verstappen's steering style becomes important again. Drivers who make large aggressive steering corrections tend to overheat the front tyres more quickly. Verstappen often keeps his steering inputs very smooth and controlled, maintaining the tyre within its optimal grip window. Over long runs, this can preserve tyre performance and reduce degradation. Another technical element that could play into Verstappen's hands is energy deployment. Modern Formula One power units rely heavily on hybrid energy recovery systems. Electrical energy harvested under braking can be deployed to boost acceleration on the straights. Because the Shanghai circuit contains long braking zones and a very long straight, energy deployment strategies become extremely important. Teams must carefully decide where to harvest energy and where to deploy it. The hairpin at turn 14 is particularly important in this regard. Drivers brake from more than 330 km per hour down to around 60 km per hour. During that braking phase, the hybrid system harvests a large amount of energy. That energy can then be deployed during the next acceleration phase. Efficient energy harvesting in this section allows drivers to maximize deployment on the following straight. Teams that manage this process often gain significant performance advantages. Historically, the Chinese Grand Prix has also produced interesting strategic races. Because of the heavy front tyre degradation, teams often experiment with different pit strategies. In some years, drivers attempted aggressive two-stop strategies, while in others, a one-stop strategy proved competitive. The key factor is tyre preservation. Drivers who manage their tyres effectively can extend their stints and open strategic options for their teams. Verstappen's racecraft has frequently shown strong tyre management abilities. While he is known for aggressive overtaking, he is also capable of maintaining consistent lap times without excessively stressing the tyres. That balance becomes particularly important on circuits like Shanghai, where degradation can quickly influence race pace. Looking at historical performance also provides some context. The Shanghai circuit has often rewarded drivers who combine precise car control with strong race management. Some of the most successful drivers here include Lewis Hamilton and Fernando Alonso, both known for their technical driving styles and ability to adapt to complex track layouts. Verstappen's driving style shares several of these characteristics. In recent races at Shanghai, Verstappen demonstrated strong pace and race control. His ability to manage tyre wear while maintaining consistent speed allowed him to dominate the race and build a comfortable gap to his rivals. That performance suggested that both the Red Bull car and Verstappen's driving style were particularly well suited to the circuit. Of course, Formula One is never determined by driver style alone. Car performance, aerodynamic efficiency, and engine power all play crucial roles, but certain tracks amplify specific driver strengths. Monaco rewards precision and confidence in tight corners. Monza rewards straight-line speed and braking stability. Shanghai rewards drivers who can manage long corners, early throttle application, and energy deployment. Those traits align closely with Verstappen's skill set. As the Formula One season continues and teams refine their cars, the Shanghai race weekend could reveal important clues about the competitive order. Early races often provide incomplete information about car performance. Different tracks expose different strengths and weaknesses. Shanghai's layout tests several key performance areas simultaneously: aerodynamic efficiency, traction, tyre management, and driver precision. For Verstappen, this combination could create an opportunity. If his car performs well in the traction zones and maintains strong straight-line efficiency, his driving style may allow him to maximize the circuit's unique characteristics. The long spiral corner at Turn 1 rewards trail braking. Turn 13 rewards early throttle application. The long straight rewards strong exit speed and energy deployment. When those elements come together, they form a circuit that fits his strengths remarkably well. But Formula One rarely follows simple predictions. Rival teams will arrive in Shanghai with upgrades, new setup ideas, and refined strategies. Mercedes, Ferrari, and other teams will attempt to exploit their own strengths within the circuit's layout. That is why the upcoming Chinese Grand Prix will be such an interesting test. The circuit does not simply reward raw speed, it rewards a specific combination of technical skill, tyre management, and race intelligence. And when you analyze the data, the layout, and the driving techniques involved, it becomes clear why many observers believe this track could suit Max Verstappen perfectly. So the real question is this. When the lights go out in Shanghai, will Verstappen once again demonstrate why his driving style matches this circuit so well? Or will another driver find a way to unlock performance that challenges him on one of Formula One's most technically demanding tracks? Let me know what you think. Do you believe the Shanghai circuit will favor Verstappen's driving style, or could another team surprise everyone this weekend?